I've always been fascinated by the paranormal, the stories, the legends, the possibility that something exists beyond our understanding. But fascination doesn't equal belief. As a paranormal investigator, I've seen my share of hoaxes and misinterpretations. I've learned to approach every investigation with a healthy dose of skepticism. Yet deep down, a part of me yearns for the undeniable, the irrefutable proof that we are not alone. This desire, this burning curiosity has fueled countless investigations, leading me to some of the most haunted locations on Earth. This time it was Cranbrook Mental Hospital beckoning me with its grim history and chilling tales. Could this be the place where my skepticism finally crumbled? Cranbrook Mental Hospital stood as a monument to suffering. Built in the early 1900s, it was once home to hundreds of patients with mental illnesses. Over the decades, it earned a gruesome reputation. Stories of neglect, abuse, and unexplained death seeped from its decaying walls. Locals whispered of patients driven mad by unseen forces, their tormented souls forever trapped within the asylum's crumbling walls. It was a place where the veil between our world and the next seemed perilously thin. I had read the reports, seen the grainy photographs, heard the chilling audio recordings. Each piece added to the chilling mosaic of Cranbrook's dark legacy. This was no ordinary investigation. This was a descent into the belly of the beast. Every investigation demands meticulous preparation. This time I was taking no chances. My arsenal included night vision cameras, EMF readers, digital voice recorders, and a thermal imaging camera. These were my tools, my weapons against the unseen. I also brought a small team. They were trusted colleagues, each with their own expertise in paranormal investigation. We were a unit, a team prepared to face whatever awaited us in the darkness. As we unloaded the van, a cold wind swept across the grounds. The setting sun cast long, eerie shadows across the asylum's facade. A shiver ran down my spine. This was it. We were crossing the threshold into the unknown. The air inside Cranbrook was heavy, thick with the weight of untold suffering. Dust motes danced in the faint beams of our flashlights, illuminating the decay and neglect. The smell was overpowering, a mix of mildew, stagnant water, and something else I couldn't quite place. We moved carefully through the corridors, our footsteps echoing in the oppressive silence. The air was still, devoid of any sound save for the pounding of our hearts. It was the quiet before the storm, the eerie calm before the inevitable chaos. We planted cameras in strategic locations, their red lights blinking in the darkness. The EMF readers remained silent, but the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Something was coming. I could feel it in my bones. Section 5. Shadows in the dead of night. As the hours ticked by, the temperature dropped. The silence was broken by strange noises, a muffled thud, a disembodied whisper, the scraping of metal against metal. Our cameras picked up unexplained shadows flitting at the edge of the frame, too quick and fleeting to be dismissed as tricks of the light. The EMF readers began to spike erratically, their needles dancing wildly. We were surrounded by bursts of electromagnetic energy, clear indicators of paranormal activity. My heart raced with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. This was it. This was what we had come for. We were drawn towards sea by an overwhelming sense of dread. It was the most notorious section of the asylum, a place where the most violent and disturbed patients were housed. The air here was even heavier, colder, as if a freezer door had been swung open. As we entered the ward, a blood-curdling scream pierced the darkness. It was a primal sound filled with unimaginable pain and terror. We froze, our blood turning to ice in our veins. Then, silence. We cautiously approached the source of the scream, a padded cell at the end of the hall, and that's when we saw it. A tall, gaunt figure, its eyes glowing an unnatural white, stood in the doorway. It stared directly at us, its malevolence palpable. We left Cranbrook that night forever changed. The experience shook us to our core, forcing us to confront the very nature of reality. We had captured hours of audio and video, each piece more disturbing than the last. The evidence was undeniable. The shadowy figures, the unexplained noises, the thermal image of the entity in Ward C. It was all there, captured on camera for the world to see. But even with the evidence, a part of me still questioned what I had witnessed. Was it real, or was it a product of our collective fear, our minds playing tricks on us in that terrifying environment? Cranbrook Mental Hospital remains abandoned to this day, a chilling reminder of the horrors that unfolded within its walls. I have revisited the footage countless times, each viewing sending shivers down my spine. The experience changed me. It chipped away at my skepticism, leaving me with more questions than answers. I still approach every investigation with a critical eye, but I can no longer deny the possibility that something exists beyond our comprehension. The haunting truth is that there are forces at play in this world that we may never fully understand. And sometimes the most terrifying discoveries are the ones that force us to confront the darkness that resides within us.